Okay, in this video I want to show you how to multiply in scientific notation, and I've just given you two examples here and we'll see how it goes. So whenever you multiply in scientific notation, all you got to do is multiply the two numbers that are not the 10 powers, multiply them together, and you're going to get 4 times 2. And then you're going to keep your powers of 10 together, so you're just regrouping it here. So you're going to keep your powers of 10 together, and by multiplying them together, you're going to get 10 to the 12th times 10 to the negative 5th. Now, I'm going to simplify this a little bit. So that's going to be equal to 8 when I multiply the 4 times 2, and when I multiply the 10 to the 12th times 10 to the negative 5th, I'm going to add the exponents. So 10 to the 12 plus negative 5. Okay? Now, I have 8 times 10 to the 12 plus negative 5. What is 8 times 10 to the 12 plus negative 5? It's the same thing as 8 times 10 to the 7th power. So that would be my answer on that one. And what did I do? I multiplied the numbers in front of the powers of 10 together, and then I multiplied the powers of 10 together, and I just regrouped it all. Perfectly legitimate to regroup a whole bunch of multiplication together in math. Now, what about this one? It's a little bit harder, and I'll explain why in a sec. So let's do the same thing. Let's regroup by multiplying the 3 and the 5 together. So we're going to 3 times 5.71, and we're going to regroup the 10s together. So 10 to the negative 4th power times 10 to the 6th power. Okay, so I'm going to need my calculator, but I don't have one. Yes, I do. Sorry. So 3 times 5.71 should be about 17 something. Okay, so that's going to be 17.13. Now that's that part. Now all I did was regroup, so I'll keep my multiplication symbol. Now the regrouping of this, remember when you're multiplying, all you do is add the exponents of the tens. So negative 4 plus 6. Now, that's going to be 17.13 times negative 4 plus 6 is 2. All right, now, this is not in proper scientific notation. When it is, this 17.13 will be 1.713. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to factor 17.13 so that it's 1.713 times something. Now, what is 1.73 times something that's going to give me 17.13? It's times 10. 1.713 times 10 is the same thing as 17.13. So I'm going to break this down into this format because 1.713 times 10 to something is proper scientific notation, because I only want to have one number in front of the decimal when it's incorrect scientific notation. So now I've broken this part down, I've factored it. Now I'm going to bring my other times 10 into the line of multiplication. And now I'm just going to combine these 10s one more time, and I'll be done. 1.713 times 10 to the what? 10 to the 1 plus 2, right? Which is 3. So that's my final answer on this one. Hopefully this helps you understand multiplying in scientific notation. I suggest you go back and watch the video again if you didn't get it, and pause it as you see the problem. Pause it and try to work it out, and then go by it a little bit at a time. Start it and watch it a little bit, and then see what happens.